So good morning everyone. So let us start today's session. So can you hear me clearly? Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So in your just previous class, we had started to learn about convolution process. Okay, and discussed the definition, implementation, and the physical significance by giving some example. So today's class will again will learn some numerical problem along with some properties of the convolution. So we'll take few more examples for your betterment, and we'll discuss some properties of the convolution that will be helpful for your that will be helpful for you when you are going for solving some numerical problems in competitive exam as well as your semester exam. So just the last exam yesterday, that was you had one input, arbitrary input, that is unit step function, and your system impulse response also was unit impulse response. Then you got the final output, which is nothing but the unit RAM that I had discussed last class. So yt is equal to tut. That is the outcome when you have considered your input signal as ut and the system impulse response also ut. So ultimately we are getting the response of the system as ramp function, that is rt, and it was looked like this. So that's why that is the final conclusion was ut star ut, that is it is a xt, it is a ht. So that is the input signal, and that is the impulse response. So when they are convolved each other, we are getting a ramp signal. That was the last example or the problem discussed earlier. Now today we take another example. It's interesting also, and it is also informative. Now here we have considered HT as delta T, but previously we had considered HT as UT. Now here we are considering as delta function. So these are most conceptual. You have to understand very well. Now xt, that is the arbitrary input, is ut. So that is both the signals are considered here. Input as unit step function and the system impulse response is delta function or unit impulse function. There is some kind of that xt is ut here, I applied here, and ht is del t given as. So we have to find out yt. So as you know, we know that yt is equal to xt convolved with st, that is the definition, minus infinity to plus infinity x of tau ht minus tau theta. We know that one. Here xt is equal to ut, so x tau should be h of tau. Similar way, ht is equal to del t, so ht minus tau necessarily it should be del of t minus tau. Now you put all those values in that integration part. So why it now become minus infinity to plus infinity? Just place x of tau as u of tau. You place h of t minus tau as del of t minus tau d tau. And you had very well concept. You have very well concept about this condition that one signal is there and that is multiplied with a delta function, though it's a shifted delta functions. Now anybody can tell me what is the position of this delta function? Please, as you know all
tau.
these things.
So tau.
Plus
No,
tau.
no,
Sir,
no.
plus
Tau
t,
now.
plus t. Sorry, sir. Plus t,
Yes,
plus
yes.
t.
Plus
Because
t. Oh,
very
sorry.
good,
Plus
very
t,
good,
plus
very
t,
good.
sir.
Got my point. Understood. So basically, don't confuse here. Tau is the variable. Okay. So as you told very clearly, tau is equal to 2. So ultimately, we got E of t. Now see, please see what is the result. What is the result? That is more. That is more
Yes, sir.
interest.
Unit step function, sir.
We got output as unit impulse functions. So whenever your delta function is your impulse response and xt as your ut, you are getting output as ut. So in general, you may have one conclusion. Listen carefully. If any function xt is convolved with unit impulse response, then ultimately at the output we are getting the signal itself. We are getting the signal itself. So if you convolve,
Sir, please repeat this point
uh,
once again, sir.
uh, just you study, you observe the output here. What we got the output, because you have the input as ut, you have impulse response as del t, and as the output we are getting unit step function again. तो इनपुट में क्या था, ut था, फिर हम लोगों के पास आउटपुट में ut मिल गया. क्यों मिल गया? As we have delta
Sir,
function
because
or unit
both
impulse
exist.
function as the system impulse
Yes, sir.
response.
It.
हाँ,
Yes, sir.
तो ut था इसलिए
Center
ut
sir
हो गया.
exist करता है इसलिए.
हाँ हाँ, xt होगा तो ये भी xt होगा. So that is the conclusion. So इसलिए देखो conclusion में noted below I have written for your betterment. ut convolved with del t will get ut itself. Okay, so that is one more beautiful conclusion. Let us take further example. So I think you don't have any doubt here, but still you got the any confusion. You can ask me. I will clear your doubt. But if no, so I can proceed further. So you can ask anytime. Don't worry. So x of t is equal to the third problem. Example 3 is written here. X of t is equal to e to the power t e of minus t. See, listen, you people carefully. I have collected all these problems from various domains. Not necessarily you will get all the example from a single book. Never. Okay. So that's why you follow my notes. Along with you have to follow some other book also. Okay. Don't worry about that. But I tried to give more and more information, because in this pandemic situation you may not have some reference book. So I will try my level best to give you the better idea. So I have taken one example xt here, that is e to the power t e of minus t. Now you know what is ut, e of minus t. Last I have explained it. Now ht is equal to ut. So unit impulse function यहाँ पे क्या है? यहाँ पे सिस्टम इम्पल्स रेस्पॉन्स इज लाइक योर यूनिट स्टेप फंक्शन. ओके, और एक्सटी क्या है? द आर्बिट्ररी सीक्वेंस क्या है? e to the power t with the e of minus t. Okay, so e of minus t is there. So we know yt is equal to minus infinity plus infinity x of tau h of t minus tau d tau. You will write it every time whenever you starting solving any problem. Now what is given? Xt is equal to this. So xt is equal to t. Xt is equal to this given. So x of tau you have to find out. Now hence x of tau is equal to e to the power tau u of minus tau. Now what is ht is equal to ut. So what is h of t minus tau? U of t minus tau. So we got x of tau, we got h of t minus tau. We got all these things. So you place their corresponding positions with the new value. So we place their new values here. So ultimately we get yt is equal to the limits are minus infinity to plus infinity, and the value of x tau is e to the power tau e to the power u of minus tau. Again, the impulse response, shifted impulse response is u of t minus tau d tau. That is your yt. Now, as I told you, convolution giving basically the common area, isn't basically common area. So that's why you have to find out the nature of this function, and you have to find out the nature of these functions. So now let us will draw the waveform for this function and these functions. Okay, so let us try to have that signal response. So e to the power tau है तो ये एक्सपोनेंशियल है, ठीक है, और e of minus tau है, तो can anyone tell me what is the nature of e of minus tau? Can anyone tell me? So that will help me to conduct the class. E of minus tau. Can you have any idea what should be the nature of this unit step function with negative sign?
Sir, negative sign shows here that this exists from 0 to minus infinity.
Or from minus infinity to 0. Okay.
0.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that's why see ये एक्सपोनेंशियल है, ठीक है. So इधर tau है. So when the tau is negative here, correct? So exponential tau, it's gradually decreasing in nature. So it will start from 0 and go up to minus infinity, because that controls this e of minus tau. Because e of minus tau exists from 0 to minus infinity, as you people told me. So that's why this exponential term will also start from 0 and it will go up to infinity, negative infinity. So when the tau value is getting negative and it goes up to minus infinity, so definitely it will be decreasing in nature. So it will be giving, it will give you high value at origin, and that value will be decreasing in nature towards minus infinity. So that is the characteristics curve of this function. Now we have one more function, that is u of t minus tau. Already in the last class I told you t may be less than 0 or t may be greater than 0. So considering the value of t, you will have two conditions. Case 1 t less than 0, case 2 t greater than 0, as I stated earlier. So in that way we are getting this sort of waveform for u of t minus tau. So for t less than 0, so you know u of tau, that is it will start from 0 to plus infinity. You know u of minus tau means it will start from 0 and go to the minus infinity. So that means when it is u of minus tau, so signal will start from minus infinity and coming to 0. So when it is shifted to t minus tau, that is minus tau plus t actually. Minus tau plus t. So when the value of t itself negative, so that means it should be, the value of t should be anywhere at left of origin. So that's why we have considered the value of t is here, because t is negative here, t less than 0. So in that case, the unit step will coming from minus infinity and it will reach to position where tau is equal to t. So it is coming to this position, as I stated earlier also in the last class. So that is case 1 when t less than 0. Now one more case is there, that is when t का वैल्यू जब 0 से ज्यादा होगा. So ये है t greater than 0. So definitely your unit step function is coming back from minus infinity and it will reach to the t position. As here t is greater than 0, so that means t must be anywhere right side of the origin. So that is the two conditions you got here one is for t less than 0 and other is for t greater than 0. Now they are in multiplication form, these two. So that is the constant parameter, with that will be multiplied, and again that will be multiplied with this. So as we had two conditions. Now देखो यहाँ पे जो है e to the power tau u of minus tau, ये कहाँ से माइनस इंफिनिटी से 0 तक एग्जिस्टेंसी है. u of minus t minus tau कहाँ से कहाँ तक, माइनस इंफिनिटी से t तक. तो ये जो टू जो वेव फॉर्म, so they are having the common area, that is minus infinity to t, minus infinity to t. So that is the common area. But t to 0, here is 0, t to 0, that function gives 0, but here present the area is present. But when they are multiplied, so there is a finite value in the first function, but in the second function so we are having 0 value. So when they are multiplied, so naturally that should be 0. So that's why we will consider from minus infinity to t for case 1. So that's why for case 1, when t less than 0, why it should be minus infinity to t, because within that range both the signals having the common area. So that's why the limit should be in the place of minus infinity to plus infinity, we are changing it as the real fact happening. So that's why minus infinity to t, but t to 0 we don't have any values, existing values. So that's why minus infinity to t, both the signals having the common area. So that is the fact. So e to the power tau, okay, and this ut minus tau, that is the value is 1. So therefore,
Sir, explain sir case one more time, sir.
case 1 means t less than 0, is it? T less than 0.
But sir, common area.
देखो,
Yes sir, but
देखो,
sir, common. Yes sir.
बोलो, कुछ बोलना है तो बोलो.
नो सर, कॉमन एरिया में सर तो वो तो 0 आ रहा है ना सर, दोनों में तो कॉमन कुछ निकल नहीं रहा है, तो सर 1 मल्टीप्लाइड विद 0
नहीं बाबू, नहीं. ये जो सिग्नल है पहला वाला xt वाला, वो तो फिक्स्ड है दोनों के लिए. ut में तुम्हारा दो कंडीशन है, t लेस देन 0 के लिए वन कंडीशन एंड t ग्रेटर देन 0 के लिए वन मोर कंडीशन. आई एम रिपीटेडली टेलिंग, प्लीज यू ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड, देखो मैंने ये लास्ट क्लास में एक्सप्लेन किए हैं, फिर भी डाउट है तुम लोगों पे. आई अंडरस्टूड, सो आई एक्सप्लेन यू वन मोर टाइम. देखो ये तो फिक्स्ड है, इसके साथ देखो ये तो फिक्स है, इसके साथ ये वाला है, ये यूनिट स्टेप जो है ये मल्टीप्लाइड फॉर्म है. तो ई ऑफ टी माइनस टाउ का दो कंडीशन है. पहला कंडीशन क्या है, टी का वैल्यू लेस देन 0 भी हो सकता है, टी का वैल्यू ग्रेटर देन 0 भी हो सकता है. व्हेन द वैल्यू ऑफ टी इज लेस देन 0, तो इसका मतलब क्या है, ई ऑफ माइनस टाउ प्लस टी, ये क्या होगा, टी लेस देन 0 है, तो 0 टी जब 0 होगा, लेस देन 0 होगा, तो टी का वैल्यू नेगेटिव होगा, इसलिए टी बी प्लेस्ड एट द लेफ्ट साइड ऑफ द ओरिजिन. सो ये जो शिफ्टेड है एंड ये नेगेटिव यूनिट स्टेप है, ये कहाँ से आ गया, माइनस इंफिनिटी से प्लस टी तक आएगा. ये तो डाउट क्लियर है ना?
प्लस टी या माइनस टी ना सर?
सॉरी, माइनस टी तक आएगा, ये माइनस टी है.
तो वहाँ पे माइनस टी होना चाहिए लिमिट में.
ओरे बाबा, पुट देयर माय नेगेटिव साइन. आई एम टेलिंग यू टी वैल्यू हियर, सो इट शुड बी नेगेटिव. देखो ना, ये 0 है, ये नेगेटिव है, तो ये शुड बी देयर माइनस टी, सो यू पुट देयर माइनस. ओके, so that should be minus of t. Okay, I am not written here negative. Okay, so you can put here negative t. Okay, so देखो ये 0 है, ये पॉजिटिव है, so that I am given here condition t less than 0. तो मतलब क्या है, t तो नेगेटिव ही होगा, तो इसलिए ये फंक्शन माइनस इंफिनिटी से माइनस टी तक आएगा. करेक्ट. ये जो है t greater than 0, so value of t is positive here, so that t should be placed राइट साइड ऑफ द ओरिजिन. तो इसलिए ये जो यूनिट स्टेप है माइनस इंफिनिटी से प्लस टी तक आएगा. तो फिर देखो ये जो टू सिग्नल है, यहाँ पे कॉमन एरिया कौन है, ये तो माइनस इंफिनिटी से 0 तक प्रेजेंट है, बट ये जो सिग्नल है ये यूनिट स्टेप 0 से माइनस इंफिनिटी से 0 तक कंटिन्यू नहीं है. इसका वैल्यू कहाँ से खत्म हो गया, माइनस टी से, है कि नहीं? ओके,
यस सर.
यस सर.
हाँ, तो
सर लिमिट माइनस टी पुट करेंगे तो फिर 1/e का पावर टी आएगा ना।
ये जो मैंने टी कंडीशन टी लेस देन 0 लिख दिया है यहाँ पे, ठीक है।
अच्छा वहाँ पे ई का पावर माइनस टा होना चाहिए।
ये देखो ना, ये टी, ये देखो मैंने ये टी लेस देन 0 बोल दिया। ये जब तुम माइनस टी लिखोगे, ये टी भी वैल्यू नेगेटिव बोलोगे तो ये अल्टीमेटली प्लस हो जाएगा।
ओके सर।
है इसलिए बोला, नहीं तो ये तुम्हारा क्या दिमाग है, the function itself e to the power minus t है, and now we are considering t का वैल्यू नेगेटिव, तो अल्टीमेटली प्लस हो जाएगा, ये गड़बड़ हो जाएगा। इसलिए हम लोग लिखते हैं यहाँ पे कंडीशन तो यहाँ पे दे दिया t लेस देन 0 है, तो t का वैल्यू ये नेगेटिव है, इसलिए माइनस में प्लस में तब ये e टू द पावर t आ गया, बट कंडीशन है t का वैल्यू नेगेटिव होगा, करेक्ट। t का वैल्यू नेगेटिव है, इसलिए देखो यहाँ पे मैंने लिख दिया y of t is equal to e to the power t for t less than 0, for t less than 0, ये पहला कंडीशन का था। तो धीरेन्द्र बोलो, ये जो है देखो t से 0 तक इसका वैल्यू 0 है, पर इसका वैल्यू प्रेजेंट है, तो जब मल्टीप्लाई होगा तो इसलिए वैल्यू 0 हो जाएगा। इसलिए हम लोग माइनस इंफिनिटी से ये t तक ले लिया, एंड वी गॉट द वैल्यू e टू द पावर t, बट कंडीशन इज दैट t का वैल्यू लेस देन होगा, यहाँ पे लेस देन 0 होगा। नाउ द सेकंड केस ये वाला, तो ये कहां तक आ जाएगा, देखो माइनस इंफिनिटी t ग्रेटर देन 0, देखो ये माइनस इंफिनिटी से प्लस t तक ये फंक्शन, बट ये फंक्शन माइनस इंफिनिटी से 0 तक, तो तुम्हारा लिमिट इंटीग्रेशन का लिमिट क्या होगा, माइनस इंफिनिटी से
माइनस इन्फिनिटी टू 0
0 होगा, क्योंकि उसी जगह में दोनों का सिग्नल का कॉमन एरिया है, जो जहां में कॉमन
sir.
एरिया नहीं है वो इंटीग्रेशन करने के लिए तुम्हारा कोई फायदा नहीं है, इसलिए हम लोग छोड़ देते हैं वहाँ। तो इसलिए लिमिट कहाँ हो गया, माइनस इंफिनिटी से 0 तक, सो अल्टीमेटली वी गॉट 1, तो y of t is equal to 1 for t greater than 0, तो इसलिए हम लोग लिखा है यहाँ पे, फाइनली we have written here, conclude किए हैं, that is the u of t for t less than 0, and that should be 1 for t greater than equal to 0, so that is the condition। so देखो तुम्हारे जो प्रॉब्लम आएगा ना, तो you have to draw the signal also carefully, then only you will get the idea। तो बोलो, किसी को भी डाउट है तो बोलो, नहीं तो हम प्रॉपर्टीज पे चले जाएंगे। आई थिंक दिस इज क्लियर, वी हैव एक्सप्लेन मेनी टाइम। डाउट है क्या, नहीं तो हम चलते हैं अगला जो चीज है। ओके, थैंक यू। देखो प्रॉपर्टी, ये जो प्रॉपर्टी है बहुत दिमाग में रखना पड़ेगा, ये इजी नहीं है, टफ नहीं है। सिस्टम्स, मेरा जो ख्याल है सिग्नल सिस्टम बहुत इजी है, ठीक है, और जो सब्जेक्टिव, ठीक है, लेकिन ये सब्जेक्ट बहुत सिंपल सा है। देखो कम्यूटेटिव, यू कैन नो दैट AB is equal to BA, दैट इज कॉल्ड कम्यूटेटिव। A into B जो रिजल्ट होगा और B into A जब रिजल्ट सेम होगा तो उसका हमें क्या कहते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड कम्यूटेटिव। सो दैट मींस y of t is equal to xt convolved with ht, और ht जब convolved with xt तो दोनों में से रिजल्ट सेम होगा। ओके, सो दैट मींस xt स्टार,
तो लॉट नंबर तो ऑटो आ रहा है यहाँ पे।
सर प्लीज म्यूट।
हाँ, म्यूट कर दिया। जिसको डाउट है वो बोल सकते हैं, नहीं जो नहीं बोल रहा है यार, those are not talking with me, so those people please mute yourself। हाँ, जिसका जो बोलना है तो अनम्यूट तो होना ही चाहिए। तो ये कम्यूटेटिव है, एक स्टार xt स्टार ht और ht स्टार xt दोनों में से रिजल्ट तुम्हारा सेम होगा, ठीक है। सो माइनस इंफिनिटी टू प्लस इंफिनिटी x ऑफ टाउ ht माइनस टाउ d टाउ, और you can write it minus infinity to plus infinity h of tau x of t minus tau d tau। So both the cases you may have the same result, so you can test also, you can check also at your home। So ut और del t मैंने लिया था ना, ut del t, तो इधर उधर करके लो, फर्स्ट ut convolve with del t रिजल्ट निकालो, then you make del t convolve with ut. I am telling you that is your home task. So you prove yourself a commutative property. What is the question? पहले तुम xt को del t लो, ht को ut लो, now make it reverse and prove the commutative. Okay, that is your home task. You do it and you send me. Okay, now associative property. You know that, can I increase the size here, or it is visible to you? So associative property, देखो yt is equal to x1t star x2t, ये जो रिजल्ट होगा उसके साथ x3t कन्वॉल्व हो रहा है। तुम ये भी कर सकता है, x1 को बाहर में रखो, x2 x3 के साथ कन्वोल्यूशन निकालो, वो जो रिजल्ट होगा उसके साथ x1 को तुम कन्वोल्यूशन कर रहे हो। तो ये है तुम्हारा एसोसिएटिव प्रॉपर्टी, करेक्ट। तो देखो y1t is equal to xt star ht, ये तो कंडीशन है, फॉर्मूला है। y1t is equal to, now y2t is equal to y1t h2t, ये क्या हो गया, y2t is equal to x star h1t star h2t। तो yt is equal to y2t star h3t, तो अल्टीमेटली क्या हो गया, xt स्टार h1t स्टार h2t स्टार x3t। मैंने देखो क्या किया यहाँ पे, ये जो थ्री सिस्टम है, ठीक है, ये थ्री सिस्टम है, इनपुट में क्या है xt है, आउटपुट में तुम्हारा क्या है फाइनल आउटपुट yt, अंदर में क्या है ये सिस्टम फर्स्ट सिस्टम है, उसका इंपल्स रेस्पॉन्स क्या है h1t है। दूसरा जो सिस्टम है, सो दैट इज हैविंग द इंपल्स रेस्पॉन्स h2t। थर्ड जो सिस्टम है उसका सिस्टम्स जो इंपल्स रेस्पॉन्स है वो h3 है। तो xt का इनपुट में जो मिलेगा वो आउटपुट में y1t है। Now here y1t acting as a input to the second stage and output is y2t. Now this output of the second stage being behaves as input to the third stage and so on and so forth. So you have taken only three stages here. Now I want to find out one conclusion here. See here, there is a series combination, isn't it? Cascading form. So three systems they are in cascading form here. Cascading form means one after another, just like your cascading amplifier. One stage of the amplifier is placed in the other stage of the amplifiers. So in the case of when you will study RC coupled amplifier, you will find there two cascade amplifiers, two stages are there. So similarly, here we have taken three stages in cascading form. So first the system है, so that is getting the input as xt and the output is y1t. So y1t is the output from the first system, and that is being input to the next stage. And the second stage having the output y2t, and this y2t is the input to the third stage. And finally we are getting yt. So how to get y1t? So my dear student, you will get easily y1t. How? y1t would be the convolution between these two, xt and h1t. So that's why I have written y1t is equal to convolve xt, convolution with xt of and h1t. So y1t is the convolution between xt and the h1t. Now how to get y2t? There is a convolution with y1t and h2t. So that's why we got y2t is the convolution between y1t and h2t. So now we get the value of y1 here. So now we are putting the value of y1 here, xt convolution with h1t, and ultimately there is a star with h2, so star with h2. Now how to get the final stage output yt? That is the convolution between y2t and h3t. So that is nothing but yt, y2t convolved with h3t. You got y2t value here, place here, and star h3t. So that is your final stage output yt. So we can write, we can rearrange this xt star h1t star h2t star h3t. तो हम लोग क्या किए, तुम इधर उधर कर सकते हो क्योंकि ये कम्यूटेटिव प्रॉपर्टी भी होल्ड कर सकते हैं। सो इसलिए क्या किया, h1t star h2t star h3t star xt. So देखो h1t star h2t star h3 star means that is the overall impulse response, h1t star h2 star h3 star. So इसलिए हम लोग ये जो एक्सप्रेशन मिला फाइनल एक्सप्रेशन we can write in that way. So yt is the output, xt is the input, and that is the composite form of the impulse responses. So if h1t star h2t star or h3 t, if that is the impulse response to any other system, so we can write in that way. xt is the input, therefore xt is the input, yt is the output, yt is the output, and this is the impulse response. So now देखो ये जो सिग्नल है, ये जो सिस्टम है और ये जो सिस्टम है, बोथ आर इक्विवेलेंट. तो in that way we can convert this cascade system into a composite form. ठीक है, तो ये था तुम्हारा सेकंड प्रॉपर्टी, that is the associative property. So now we will go for distributive property. So distributive मतलब क्या है, देखो यहाँ पे xt स्टार h1t प्लस माइनस h2t है, प्लस भी है माइनस भी, यू कैन कंसीडर वन एट अ टाइम. सो क्या होगा, xt स्टार h1t होगा प्लस माइनस xt स्टार h2 होगा. So that is called distributive property. Some kind of a into b plus c. So you can if in that case you can write ab plus ac. a into b plus c होता तो क्या होता, ab plus ac. So that is the way of the distributive property. So that is the distributive property. Now here see, यहाँ पे क्या था, कैस्केडिंग था, सीरीज कंडीशन था. यहाँ पे देखो पैरेलल कंडीशन है, xt इधर है, so that xt moves to h1t or h2t, correct. So what should be the output here, xt convolution with h1t, that is the output we are getting here upper side. लोअर साइड में क्या मिलेगा, xt convolution with h2t. So that is the case. Now there is a summation is there, so that is plus minus that is, so that is plus minus that is. You can take xt common here, xt you have taken xt as common here, so h1t plus minus h2t. Okay, so distributive property can be proved in that way also by taking two cascading systems. Okay, so that is your distributive property. Now if you have doubt you can tell anything, otherwise we'll move the later case, that is the property based on linearity. So these are very simple, associative, distributive and commutative. Okay, very simple. You study all these things again. If found out, you must ask me. You can clear your doubts. Now the property based on linearity. You can know that.
Sir, 1 minute. Sir,
हाँ.
1 minute, sir. So previous slide, sir.
अच्छा, ये distributive. So देखो ये जो सिस्टम है, so that system is equivalent to this, क्योंकि yt है, yt is equal to xt star h1 plus minus h2. so यहाँ पे h1 plus minus h2 तुम लिख दिया तो इनपुट में xt आउटपुट yt मिलेगा. so that is equivalent circuit is here. so parallel system को तुम इस तरह लिख सकते हो. so that is your distributive properties. Now we will move to
Yes, sir.
linear properties, linearity. Okay, then time shifting. So property based on linearity. You know that yt is equal to xt star ht. So as you people studies differential equation or the integration, those are linear signal, linear system. So that's why we have taken here the differentiation property. That is the linear system, any differential or integration property system. So yt is equal to xt star ht. So take the differentiation of the signal xt, that is x dash t. Now convolution convolved with ht. यहाँ पे क्या था, ht star ht था. Now we have made the derivative of the input signal, that is x dash t. Then the convolution is there with ht. So definitely the output should be y dash t, first order differentiation. If you differentiate ht just like xt star h dash t, then also it should be y dash t. That is the property basically. Now if you differentiate both the signals, that is xt as well as ht, so x dash t star h dash t, so in that case it should be y double prime t, that is डबल डेरिवेटिव होगा. ठीक है, तो ये है तुम्हारा लिनियरिटी प्रॉपर्टी. किसी को एक तो जो डिफरेंशिएट करोगे वो रिजल्ट भी तुम्हारा फर्स्ट ऑर्डर डिफरेंशिएशन होगा. सो यू कैन डिफरेंशिएट फर्स्ट वन, then first order. You can differentiate the impulse response, then also it should be first order differentiation. Now if you differentiate both the signals simultaneously, the result will be the double derivative. The result will give you the double derivative. So when x dash t and star ht, you will get y dash prime t. So how to get yt? So in that case, there's y dash t to be integrated again. So to get y dash t, because you people know that differentiation can be again the signal can be, the original signal can be again back from the differentiation if you integrate the signal once again. Okay, so if you integrate y dash t, then only you will get yt. That is the actual output. Okay, so I've written here ut star ut, you got rt. It is proved. I got the relation. ht star del t.
Yes, sir.
So it is ut. तो
Yes, sir.
तो यहाँ पे देखो xt मैंने क्या लिया, xt इक्वल टू ut ले लिया. ठीक है, xt इक्वल टू ut लिया, ht इक्वल टू ut ले लिया. करेक्ट. xt इक्वल टू, ठीक है, xt इक्वल टू ut ले लिया और ht इक्वल टू ut ले लिया. दोनों को ut ले लिया बिकॉज दैट इज वेल नोन टू अस. सो x dash t क्या होगा बोलो. आई टोल्ड यू यूनिट स्टेप फंक्शन को तुम डिफरेंशिएट करोगे तो वो इंपल्स रेस्पॉन्स हो जाएगा. तो ये बढ़िया प्रॉपर्टी है. ठीक है, यूनिट इंपल्स को तुम डिफरेंशिएट करोगे तो ये इंपल्स फंक्शन हो जाएगा. सो xt ut था, इसलिए x प्राइम क्या हो जाएगा, यूनिट इंपल्स फंक्शन हो गया, del t हो गया. तो xt x dash t कन्वोल्यूशन विद ht हम लोग निकलना चाहते हैं बिकॉज ht इज देयर. ओके, तो x dash t विद ht क्या होगा, x dash t क्या है, del t है, del t स्टार ht का वैल्यू क्या है, ut है. तो del t स्टार ut, तो del t स्टार ut क्या होगा, ut होगा. ये प्रॉपर्टी है कि नहीं.
Yes, sir.
Shall I repeat it?
Yes, sir.
ये दो कंक्लूजन है. देखो लेस देन 1 मिनट ये कट जाएगा, लेकिन हम लोग 33 है इंक्लूडिंग मी, विल अगेन ज्वाइन ऑल.